Neighbor Impact came in with the need for the next warehouse for the Oregon Food Bank's food distribution here in Central Oregon. So I was excited. I was a previous board member at Neighbor Impact. I knew the way the region works, you know, from Portland to Central Oregon to other places. Redmond's Neighbor Impact facility is the place. So now we're going to be able to build that next big facility for the food bank, get food coming and going out of Central Oregon.
We are typically resourcing and distributing about 4 million pounds of food a year.
We do rely on government funding to support our programs, and that is an essential piece of it.
We did present to all 3 county commissioners, and there was a lot of conversation about why this was needed, what the plan looked like, what sustainability was.
So food's foundational. You know, everything's a need, especially, you know, bad weather, you want to stay warm in the hot, you want to stay cool, you need water, but food is one of those basic necessities. And, you know, when if you don't have food, you get pretty desperate pretty quick.
As I was talking to, you know, Commissioner DeBone and Commissioner Chang, that we were not going to see a relief anytime soon. And we have a team of really hardworking, passionate folks that are working in a really inadequate space. And most importantly, we weren't able to receive as much food as we knew we could because our capacity was so small.
A new warehouse for us means more food that we can bring in, better quality food. It means that we can go to more places and ultimately just serve even more people in the community that can really use this food.
This is the bulk of the food that we get from places, and they need space because we need food. Right now we're serving 125 families a month in 2 distributions, and this is our primary source of food.
All the funds have been raised to build this new warehouse. So at this point, we are just on build mode.
But I do know for a fact, yeah, that food warehouse, as I say, they're sending trucks out every day to the different food bank areas, and there's people at the counter that are very appreciative of a food box, some fresh food and meat, and yeah, it matters to people.
Now that the large epidemic of COVID has settled, we're still seeing 1 in 5 Central Oregonians that are food insecure. When we received that money, yes, I may have walked out in the hallway and been like, oh my gosh, this is gonna happen way sooner than we ever anticipated, because it is very hard to raise $5 million as a nonprofit with individual donations and fundraisers. When we received the money and we knew that this was the largest hurdle in order to raise the rest of the funding, it was really a dream come true. And then this, you know, just the dreaming of think of all the things we're going to be able to do with this, and we still talk about that regularly. When we broke ground over here, I just kept taking photos and saying, like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening now. Like, this is actually going to be a thing. So we're just, I think every once in a while one of us will walk over there and just say, like, this is actually happening. This is gonna be amazing. We're gonna be able to do so much extra good work.
Well, people are incredibly grateful. We have people that just break down, and, you know, not all the time, but there is a serious need in these communities. There's a lot of people that are really hurting.
This ARPA funding is truly a huge portion of what we had to raise for this new warehouse. Without it, this project would absolutely be more years in the process, further down the road. We'd be in a lot worse spot, and that ultimately just only affects the clients that we're trying to serve.